love bombing. So, in order to understand how to keep ourselves safe from or in narcissistic relationships, we it's good to understand how they're working, how narcissists work, and what's going on with narcissists in the first place. There's two key points to narcissism that you need to understand in order to realize that it's not actually possible to have a relationship with a narcissist. Those two key points that I'll present to you today are um, their inability to take accountability and a lack of empathy. So if you have a lack of empathy means that they don't care about your feelings. So that's the condition of the narcissist, is that they don't care enough about the way that you feel. That's a problem in relationships, don't you think? You think it would be possible to have a healthy relationship with a narcissist or with a person that doesn't care about your feelings? That means that anything they do or say that could hurt your feelings, that wouldn't bother them. So they have no reason to not do or say those things. You see, so it's not actually possible to have a healthy functioning relationship with a person who doesn't care about your feelings. That is a part of the essence of love, isn't it? To be compassionate, to care about the feelings of the other person. And so, in that way, they are also not capable of having the love, the type of love that you would have for them, perhaps, where you would truly care about their well being, prioritize their well being, be willing to sacrifice for their well being. This is not the mindset of a narcissist, and it never will be. So, the other aspect of a narcissist is the lack of accountability. Lack of accountability just means that ultimately they're not generally going to say, "Hey, my bad. This is wrong. That was wrong of me to do what I did." So it's going to be very difficult to get them to that point of admitting that they are wrong. We may know people like this in our workplace, in our family. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. They're very slow to apologize. It's very rare that they apologize. And even if they apologize, it's not very heartfelt. A lot of times it's something like, "Well, I'm sorry you got your feelings hurt." You see how that kind of lacks accountability instead of saying, "I'm so sorry for my part and what I did in hurting your feelings and making you feel that way. I would never want to make you feel that way." Can you have a relationship with a person that has a lack of accountability? Think about it. Can you enjoy a relationship with a person who won't say, "My bad, I'm imperfect, I'm sorry, I make mistakes"? The answer is no. It is not possible to have a healthy relationship with a person who has a lack of accountability. Plain and simple. It is not actually possible. So, as we learn about narcissism, please understand that these tools and these tactics that you're learning about don't make you immune to narcissistic abuse. The way to protect yourself from narcissistic abuse is to cut off any person that displays these types of characteristics: lack of empathy, lack of accountability. That's something we can't deal with. That's something we can't deal with. Lack of empathy, lack of accountability are no go. I'm adding them to your list of standards. You can't deal with a person with a lack of accountability. Everyone is imperfect. That means in every relationship, we will hurt the other person. It is an inevitability. In every relationship, we will let the other person down in some way. That is an inevitability. So if a person has a lack of accountability, you cannot have a relationship with them. You must go no contact or cut them back. It can be helpful if I present no contact instead of it being a forever thing, being a temporary thing. Maybe that will help your mind to be able to process it. So think of no contact as, for now, I cannot have any contact with this person. But you'll find that they're never going to change, most likely. And so, most likely, this is going to extend long into the future until they pass away. Okay? If it's your mother, if it's your father, if it's your brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, no contact. If they have no accountability and if they have no empathy. because that's not love. That's not love. So, what is love bombing then? Love bombing is a term for a narcissistic tactic. It's a narcissistic tactic. Okay. Love bombing is a tactic where a narcissist will give you lots of love or affection, or it could be sexual things. It could be gifts that they give you, material gifts, money. It could be time and attention. Could be compliments. Could be a combination of these types of things that I'm talking about. And they're going to pour on these gifts, these beautiful things, these beautiful qualities in the beginning, usually, of that relationship or at some early stage in the relationship, in order to make you feel attached to them, in order to make you feel like you are being loved, like you like the way you're being treated, like you're in a good relationship, and like you're getting a good deal. Now, remember, all relationships are technically transactional. Narcissists understand this instinctively, whereas this goes over our heads a lot of times. We don't realize that they're transactional. So, narcissists come in up front as salespeople, and they are con men, and they are coming in to con you into a bad deal. Why is a relationship with a narcissist a bad deal? Because behind the veil, they are no accountability, no empathy. They don't actually love. So they know that you're not going to actually get what you need. Emotionally, they're not going to provide what you need. They are not capable, and they don't want to provide what you need, not just you personally, but really anyone. They are also hot with anger. They are hot tempered. They are violent with either their words or physically violent or both. They are deviant in their behavior, both private intimacy type behavior and or in their mental behavior of the types of things they want to do to people. They are psychopathic, which again has to do with not feeling remorse or a moral compass to guide their actions. So they know behind the curtain, you're not going to like what it's going to be, but they are looking for someone to feed off of, a host, a victim. Okay. So they found you, not because you don't seem strong. Maybe you do seem strong, or maybe you don't, but they do see a quality in you. Perhaps it's your generosity or your generosity of spirit. Perhaps it's the fact that you look at the good in everyone. Perhaps it's the fact that you build them up a lot. But they see something in you that they would like to have. And so to get access to your resources, they're going to fake in the front end of the relationship like they are giving you a lot of good resources, and you are going to think this is what I'm going to be getting from now on, moving on into the future. This is going to be amazing. This is a manipulation tactic. Okay. This is love bombing. Love bombing is where they're pouring on up front all of the affection and the gifts or something to make you think. It could be just stability and consistency. They could fake empathy. They can fake like they appreciate your boundaries, like they have the same things in common as you. They're putting on a show. And so many people call this a mask. Up front, they have a mask on. They're acting like your perfect lover, and they've listened to everything you said about what it is you would actually like to see. Does that make sense? So a part of this love bombing is the future faking. So what's future faking? What is future faking? Future faking is where a narcissist uh, makes it appear as if you have a stable future ahead of you with them. It's where a narcissist makes it appear as if you have a stable future ahead of you with them. They do this by acting like they are going to buy you an engagement ring. That's future faking. So they'll take you engagement ring shopping. They have no intention of buying the ring. That's future faking. Acting like they're going to make a down payment on a house for you and them. That's future faking. Acting like they are going to move toward you or out of town with you, all of that's future faking. Acting like they're going to buy you the car of your dreams. If you ever saw Risa Tisa, she's a woman who described her relationship with a compulsive liar. So one of the things he did to future fake was took her car shopping, sat down with the sales guy. They did everything. Like, you're gonna get your dream car. You're gonna get your dream car. And he said, I bought you your dream car. It's on the way. And she's sitting in this relationship waiting for this dream car to just show up. And it's never coming because he never got it because he's future faking. Okay. So narcissists are all doing a form of this. Female narcissists will use fantasy to future fake. Oh, when we're together, it's going to be this, it's going to be like this and like that. They might describe some of the private things that you guys are going to be doing together. Really, they have no intention of providing for your needs. It is future faking. Future faking is an essential part of love bombing. All love bombing is a form of future faking because they're trying to make you believe that this is what your future is going to be like if you're like them. I mean, if you lock in with them. So what's the rub here? What's the hook? Because this is all a con, right? This is all a con. And it's very weird, right? Because we don't think that the con could happen to us, and we don't think that this handsome guy is going to be a con man that we met, or this 5 foot blonde is going to be a con man, a con woman that we met. They have a normal looking family, kind of, and they have, a normal background. Maybe they went to college. Like, it's like they seem like normal people. They have friends. So it's like, how could this be a con? What is really going on here beneath the surface? Remember that a narcissist knows that there is nothing that they have that would keep you in the relationship. So the narcissist has to resort to manipulation. So they're going to use a bait and hook. The love bombing is the bait. That's what the love bombing is. It's a bait. It's to say, here, look at what I'm going to give you. Look at what I'm going to give you. Woo! Right? And then the hook is enmeshment. So what is enmeshment? What is enmeshment? Enmeshment is the hook. What is enmeshment? What they will use is something to enmesh you, to get you tangled up with them so that your life is not individual, so you can't walk away easily. So some examples of enmeshment might be sharing a bank account or giving them access or control to your bank account, giving them power of attorney over you and your belongings, moving into their house or letting them move into your place, having a car that's in both of your name or in one of your names that you guys are sharing resources, having a child together, getting married. These are enmeshment hooks. Their idea is that they can catch you and get you hooked when they do something with you to make it hard to leave. So that when you see what they really are, which is inevitable, you will say, but darn it, I have a child with them. I can't go. Oh, but darn it, I'm already married to them. I can't go. Oh, but dang it, we have a business together. We have a bank account together. We share things together. That's what enmeshment is. It's to tangle up your life with theirs. Oh, we have all the same friend group, or all their friends are my friend now. That's part of enmeshment, right? And they're also going to isolate you from your support base. Tell you they don't want you hanging out with your friends, tell you that your family doesn't have your best interests, get you isolated away from the things that could make you independent and get you to rely on them, ideally for all of your thinking, all of your decisions, all of the approval that you seek, all of the validation that you want. They want you to rely on them, not because they're going to provide it in any nice way. It is because they need to have total power and control of the situation. Otherwise, they will lose you. And so they're always looking at ways to clip you at the knees. This is narcissistic parents as well as lovers, significant others. Making sense so far? So bait and hook. The bait is the love bombing. The hook is the enmeshment. So in the drama, and if you are just joining us, first go and watch the drama on my profile page on TikTok. It's called The Slowest Murder. It's a dramatization of a narcissistic relationship, part one. And if it were to get enough likes, then I can afford to make a part two for everyone. So the hook is enmeshment, right? And the sinker is when they take the mask off. The mask will naturally fall off because it takes too much energy to act that way 24/7. So the mask will fall off. It's different for everyone. Some it'll fall off in a matter of weeks, some in a matter of months, some it can take a full year before you realize what they really are. This can depend on the proximity, how often you're having interactions with one another, right? That all of that will depend as to how long they can maintain the mask, and also how far away it is from their real personality, the mask. So it's different for each narcissist. There's no specific amount of time. It may be a matter of how many interactions or once they get you hooked or meshed. Does that make sense? So that's their objectives. They get you hooked. Then they can relax. And then you will see the switch. So here's mask narcissist, charm, and then here's drop the mask narcissist. And you may literally look at them and be like, are you okay? Like, why do they look angry and just dead inside? Why do they look like that? What is that? What happened? This is the real them. Welcome. We are now introducing you to the real them. So in the drama, Devin is the character that I played. What is the enmeshment hook that Devin used to get Liz stuck? What is the enmeshment hook that Devin used to get Liz stuck in the drama? We're talking about the drama on my profile page called The Slowest Murder. Definitely go watch it. We're talking about that today. Did anyone catch that? What is the enmeshment hook that Devin used? Cal's got it. Yep. Yep. Needing a place to stay, moving in with her. Correct. Good job, ladies. Nice job. That's an enmeshment hook. Here it is, relatively early in our relationship, but he's got her feelings up. She's thinking, this guy's amazing, right? And so he knows that he's got this at a point. He comes home when he's talking on the phone with his brother. Pay attention to his conversation. He's asking his brother for money. Another 5,000. Another 5,000 is what he's asking his brother for. Devin is broke. Devin is actually broke. He's living off of money he's getting from his brother. He tells his brother, oh, I got some things going. I'm going to pay you back. I just need you to float me. Okay. Devin gets home. Devin has an eviction notice on his door. That is an eviction notice from not paying his rent. This is in the drama on my TikTok profile page. Go and take a look at that and come back for the discussion. He goes home. You see that eviction notice? He rips it off of the door. And the first thing he does is not talk to his landlord, go get a job, try to work. No, no, no. He manipulates. He goes to Liz because he's got a girl that he's been working, right? He's been working her. This is his opportunity to get what he truly wants, which is a woman to live off of. Dark, but real. What he truly wants is someone he can manipulate so that he can extract her resources. For every narcissist, it's different. It's not always financial for them. Sometimes it's that they want the validation that they're going to get from you. Sometimes they want the emotional hits that they're going to get from you. But whatever it is, they want something from you, always. And that's not wrong, because in all relationships, we may want something from the other person, but narcissists are manipulating to get it using deception, and that's what's wrong. So does Devin tell the truth? Does he call her and just say, hey, you know what? I'm not a baller. I've been living off of my brother, and I called my brother and he didn't help me out. And I'm going to get evicted, and I'm a little scared, and things have been going well with you. And I'm just wondering, could we maybe move in together? Or could I come and stay over there for a while? Does he say that? That's just the truth. What's so hard about that? No, he doesn't do that. He resorts to manipulation. So what does he tell her? He goes, "Oh, there's mold in my building, and the association said he doesn't own anything. He's getting evicted. The association said that we have to move out, and I would stay in a hotel, but I got all these real estate investments. He doesn't have any real estate investments. Devin's broke, but my money's tied up in these real estate investments." And right here comes the excuses. And then he says, "So I'm going to have to go stay with my brother who lives in Canada." Now, whether his brother lives in Canada or not, that's not important. What's important is that he was just on the phone with his brother and he told his brother to never speak to him again. What is he talking about? He's going to go stay with his brother in Canada. What is he talking about? He's not going to stay with his brother. He just cursed his brother out on the phone. So it was all a manipulation. Do you see it now? It's all manipulation. This tactic is called the push pull. This is called the push pull. Now we're getting deep into narcissistic manipulation. Some of you don't know about the push pull method, but this is used by narcissists and manipulators worldwide. It's known about. And by the way, people who want to manipulate women can go to school for this. There are classes that they can pay for and take that teach these tactics. And they literally call them love bombing and manipulating. And they'll teach you how to love bomb a woman and how to manipulate a woman. I don't want you to be naive. This stuff is dark and deep. Now, most narcissists have not gone to school for it, but they can. So if they just don't, if they need some good techniques and they want to learn from the pros, they can actually pay for classes. The push pulling technique is where you're first giving a person a lot of attention and then you act like you're going to pull back that attention. So you're there for them. So what Devin is doing here in the video is he's there for her. He's showing up. He's at her job. He's talking to her all the time, right? He's always there for her in her life. And then all of a sudden he's like, "I got to move out of the country. This is a push pull. I got to move out of the country. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're never going to see me again. I had to move out of the country. It's going to be once every 6 months. We can see each other." Now it's a pull. What happens to us psychologically when people do the push pull is that we fear loss as humans. And so the manipulators understand that we have fear of loss. So they try to act like they're going to take the thing away from us that we fear losing. Salespeople use this as well, right? So they say, "We got this great deal, but you're going to lose it because there's only a little time to get this deal." And it's a push pull. It's like, there's a deal, but I'm going to lose it. And you're in there, you're buying a car and you got the slick salesman and he's like, "Oh, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. We're not going to be able, we're changing, it's taking too long." And you're getting all this tension. You're like, "Oh no, I'm going to lose the deal. I'm going to lose the deal." It's fake. It is fake. It is a manipulation tactic. If you ever notice someone's doing the push pull, walk away. Just walk away. It's too much manipulation. We don't need to deal with all that. Just walk away. So that's what Devin's doing here is a push pull tactic. So he gets Liz to offer. You see the manipulation? He got Liz to offer. He manipulated that. She wasn't initially saying you should come move in this early in our relationship. He manipulated it by telling her lies and making her feel like she was going to lose something good. He acted like he was someone good. That's how love bombing works. Started with the love bombing up front. Then he used a push pull to get her to offer to let him come stay. Then he's got her because that's enmeshment. Now we live together. That's enmeshment. Don't worry, he's not going to be leaving anytime soon. No, he's not going to get on his feet. He's not about to get a job. He's not about to get his own place. It would take a good person to do all that. He's not a good person. And that's the rub with narcissists. We're not dealing with a good person. Let's just be honest. If you go, a lot of people say, "Well, can we help them? Can we get them therapy? Can we focus on the good? Aren't they traumatized?" Unfortunately, with a narcissist, when you go to the shame core, when you peel back the layers and you get to the inside, there is nothing there to work with. Because at the very base of a person is intention. It's not about the actions, it's about the intention. At the very base of the person is the intention. And what is the intention of a narcissist? Evil, manipulation, dog eat dog, to get everything that they can. And to heck with you, they don't care what happens to you. In fact, it would be more to their joy to see you suffer and die. I mean, they literally don't care. So that's the reason why it's not like, oh, we can just help them. No, you can't. There is nothing there at the core. There's nothing there. They have to change the innermost intention of the heart and have the intention for good, which would mean that now they have to be able to prioritize other people to being equal to them, or even to sacrifice themselves. This is the antithesis of the way they think. I was married to a narcissist 2 times. She informed me of a friend's death. Both times she was letting us know that this peer of ours, someone who was our age, had died. Both times she was smiling. She couldn't help herself. You know, Jared, he died. That's weird. that's that's weird. Why are you smiling? You know why narcissists smile when their peer dies? Because in their mind, at the very base of their intention, is I need to survive over my peers. So if they die, that's actually a good thing for me, because they look at it almost like there's a scarcity of resources, you see? And that's the same way they would feel if you passed. Like, oh, my wife passed. Mm, mm-mm. Let me try not to let the smile show. That's how they would feel. Get away from them. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, get away from them. You are in danger. I'm not joking. You are in danger. They will not hesitate to off you. The only thing that's holding them back is their fear of getting caught. They just haven't figured out how they would not get caught. That's the only thing that's holding them back. There's no morality holding them back, and there's no empathy holding them back. It's just the law. That's a pretty dangerous situation. Intimate partner violence is a leading cause of death for women. I'm not joking when I say go no contact and get out of the relationship. You need to leave the house. If you're the stronger one, let's say you're the man in the relationship, so it's like, probably she wouldn't win in a hand-to-hand combat situation, so maybe I'm safe. You're not safe. First of all, if she doesn't sneak up behind your back and put something in it, then she can kill your reputation by bruising her own face. Narcissistic women have been known to put makeup on their face, make it look like bruises, take pictures, take them straight to the police, or put it on the internet. Make you lose your whole job, your whole reputation. Everybody's thinking they're going to believe it. You realize that you're not going to be believed as you're a big 6 foot plus 250. Everybody's like, yeah, he probably did beat her, right? Narcissists have no line. Try people who think, oh, I want to do battle with them. They don't have a line that they won't cross. So you do. So therefore, you don't do battle with a person who doesn't have a line. Well, will they go as far as to destroy themselves? Yes. They don't have a line. Have you heard of kamikaze pilots? Have you heard of jihad bombers? These individuals don't have a line that they will literally finish themselves if they know that they're going to finish you. And that's how a narcissist is wired. Don't stick around. Don't try to do battle. Don't try to help them. What about if your narcissist is your mom and they got sick, they're on their deathbed? Don't stick around. Don't try to help them. Don't try to do battle with them. unless you have a legal obligation toward this person, a person that's abusive to you, you cannot keep exposing yourself. Oh, well, they're having a rough day, so let me go over and try to help them. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Protect yourself by removing yourself, even at great cost, at great loss and expense to yourself. That is my recommendation because it is not safe. And by the way, there are also the situations where they will trigger you to get violent with them so they can make themselves look like the victim. And that happens to a lot of adult children that stay with their narcissistic parents and family, right? It's not that they're actually going to attack us, but we have so much PTSD from getting attacked by them for 20 plus years that one day they could say or do something and invade our space too tight. And we might not go to fawn or freeze or flight next time. We might go to fight. And I got people in here in this live right now who have snapped and hit their parent because after years of PTSD, they got triggered. I'm telling you, get out. And then they called me like, you're right, I should have got out. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to go. You have to go. Okay. So, if you need help and support on getting your strength up, getting your mental up to get out of there, you can book one-on-one sessions with me on my website. Please, if you haven't already, go and watch the video. It's a dramatization on my TikTok page called The Slowest Murder. And thank you for hitting the like button on there, a save button on there, leaving a comment on there. It goes a long way.